Stop, right where you are. This moment was not meant to be skipped. I need you to hear me clearly, not as background noise while you scroll, not as another video in your feed, not as something playing while you do something else. What you're about to hear is not information, it's interruption, divine interruption. You didn't stumble upon this video. You didn't randomly click it. You were guided here, drawn here, and somewhere deep in your spirit, beneath all the logic and skepticism, you already know that. You feel it, that pull, that knowing, that sense that this is different. So before your logical mind tries to dismiss what's about to happen, before you tell yourself it's just another video, I'm asking you to make a choice. Choose to be fully present. Choose to be open. Choose to receive. Because in the next 20 minutes, something is going to shift in your life. Atmospheres are going to change. Spiritual blockages are going to break. And you need to be ready, not distracted, not half listening. Ready. Just by hearing this prayer, breakthrough begins. I need you to understand something that will challenge everything you've been taught about how blessings work. You don't have to work for what's about to happen. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to climb some spiritual ladder or prove yourself worthy. You don't need to fast for 40 days or pray for 40 nights. All you have to do is be here. Be present. Be open. Because right now, in this very moment, there is a shift taking place in the unseen realm. Things are moving that you cannot see. Angels are being dispatched. Decrees are being issued. Blockages are being removed. Financial chains that have been wrapped around your life, around your family, around your destiny, are beginning to crack. Barriers that have been blocking your progress, that have kept you stuck in the same place year after year, are starting to crumble. And I know you've been waiting a long time. I know you're tired. I know you've been patient when others would have given up. I know you've watched others break through while you stayed stuck, and you've asked yourself the hardest question of all. When is it my turn? How much longer do I have to wait? What am I doing wrong? And I'm here to tell you, your season has arrived. Not next year. Not when you get your life together. Not when you become more spiritual or more disciplined. Now. Today. This moment. That bill you've been avoiding, the one sitting on your counter that you can't bring yourself to open, God sees it. That debt that keeps you up at night, that you calculate and recalculate hoping the numbers will change, He knows. That dream you've had to put on hold because the money wasn't there, the business idea, the ministry, the move, the investment, He hasn't forgotten. Today, the ceiling breaks. Today, the dam cracks. Today, the floodgates open. Now, if something in your spirit knows this is for you, if you feel that witness inside confirming that this message has your name on it, I want you to do something. I want you to subscribe right now. Not for me, not to support a channel, but so you don't miss the next moment God uses to speak directly into your situation. Because this is not about content. This is about positioning. This is about alignment. This is about making sure you're in the right place at the right time when heaven releases the next word, the next strategy, the next instruction that will shift everything for you. And as you tap that like button, I want you to understand what you're really doing. You're not supporting a video. You're not helping an algorithm. You're signaling agreement with what heaven is doing. You're saying yes to breakthrough. You're aligning yourself with the shift that's already in motion. You're partnering with the supernatural. And if you can, I want you to do something quietly powerful. Type 3 words in the comments. Just 3 words. I receive. Not for visibility. Not so others can see how spiritual you are. Not to impress anyone. But for alignment. Because when you declare it, you activate it. When you speak it, you open the door for it to manifest. When you type those 2 words, you're not just commenting, you're decreeing, you're legislating, you're creating an access point for what God is releasing. Let me speak directly to what you've been experiencing. This pattern you're in, it's not normal. And you need to stop accepting it as normal. Money comes in and it goes right back out. You get a check, you get paid, you get a tax return, and before you can even breathe, it's gone. Emergency. Unexpected expense. Something breaks. Someone needs something. And you're right back where you started. You take one step forward, and life pushes you 2 steps back. You feel like you're running on a treadmill, working harder and harder, but never actually moving forward. You see people around you prospering, advancing, breaking through. People who started after you. People with less education, less experience, less anointing. And you're still stuck in the same place you were 5 years ago. You're working hard. You're doing everything right. You're faithful, consistent, disciplined. And somehow, it's never enough. There's always something. Always a setback. Always a delay. Always an obstacle. And you've started to wonder if maybe it's you. Maybe you're cursed. Maybe God doesn't see you. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Listen to me carefully. This is not your failure. This is not a reflection of your worth. This is not punishment for something you did or didn't do. This is resistance. There is a force working against your financial progress, and it's time you recognize it for what it is. You are not unlucky. You are not cursed. You are not destined for struggle. You are under attack. And the moment you recognize that, the moment you stop blaming yourself and start identifying the enemy, everything changes. Because you stop carrying shame and you start fighting back. You stop accepting defeat and you start warring for what's yours. This isn't about the economy. It's not about inflation or recession or the job market. It's not about your education. It's not about your background. It's not about who you know or who you don't know. This is spiritual warfare manifesting in your bank account. There is a devourer assigned to your finances. There is a blockade set up between you and your provision. There is an embargo on your breakthrough. And I know that sounds dramatic. I know your logical mind wants to rationalize it, explain it away, find a natural reason. But look at your life. Look at the pattern. It's too consistent to be coincidence. It's too targeted to be random. It's too precise to be bad luck. Every time you get close to momentum, something happens. Every time you're about to break through, an unexpected expense appears out of nowhere. Every time you start to believe again, every time hope rises, disappointment shows up right on time. Car breaks down, medical bill, emergency, crisis, and you're back to square one. This is not natural. This is strategic opposition. This is calculated interference. But here's what you need to know. Here's what the enemy doesn't want you to realize. And today, the blockade lifts. I need you to shift how you see yourself in this moment. Because the way you see yourself determines how you pray. And how you pray determines what you receive. You are not a beggar. Stop praying like one. You are not standing at heaven's door hoping someone will notice you, hoping someone will throw you a coin, hoping God will have mercy on you if he's in a good mood. You are not a victim of circumstance, passively hoping things will magically get better while you wait for life to change. You are a child of the Most High. You are royalty. You are an heir. You are a son. You are a daughter. And heirs don't beg. They don't plead. They don't grovel. They decree. They command. They legislate. They take possession. Kings do not beg. They decree. Queens do not beg. They command. And today, you step into your authority. You stop asking if God will bless you, and you start declaring what he has already promised. You stop waiting for permission, and you start taking possession. You stop hoping it might happen, and you start commanding it to manifest. This is not arrogance. This is not pride. This is not presumption. This is alignment. This is you operating in the identity you were always meant to carry. This is you functioning as the royal priesthood you were created to be. Your voice is more powerful than you realize. Every word you speak is a law being passed in the spiritual realm. Every sentence you utter is a decree that angels respond to and demons must obey. When you say, "I'm always broke," you legislate poverty. You sign a contract with lack. You authorize insufficiency to remain. When you say, "Nothing ever works out for me," you authorize failure. You give permission for disappointment to continue. When you say, "It's always like this," you renew the contract with struggle. You extend the lease on limitation. The moment you say, "It's always like this," you renew the contract. But the opposite is also true. When you say, "Provision is mine," you activate supply. You unlock warehouses in the spirit realm. When you declare, "Doors are opening," you command access. Angels start moving on your behalf. When you speak, "Abundance flows to me," you attract overflow. You become magnetic to blessing. Silence is agreement. When you stay silent about your situation, when you just accept it, when you don't speak against it, you allow lack to remain. You give permission for poverty to stay. But when you speak God's word, when you declare His promises, when you decree what He has already said, you shift atmospheres. You break agreements with poverty. You cancel contracts with struggle. You terminate partnerships with lack. And today, you're canceling every wrong agreement. You're ripping up every contract you signed with failure. You're speaking new terms, and heaven is listening. Money is not evil. Money is obedient. It responds to authority. It flows toward faith. It chases alignment. This is why broke people with victim mindsets stay broke, even when opportunity comes their way. Even when the door opens, they can't walk through it because they don't have the mindset to sustain it. And this is why people who walk in kingdom authority attract provision, even when it doesn't make natural sense. Even when the circumstances say no, provision finds a way to them. Wealth has ears. Prosperity responds to the sound of confidence, decree, and expectation. When you shift from begging to commanding, money shifts from running from you to running toward you. You've been chasing provision, working harder, hustling more, trying to force it to happen, and the more you chase, the more it runs. But today, provision starts chasing you. Today, you become the pursued instead of the pursuer. You've been trying to make things happen through effort and striving. Today, things start happening for you through alignment and authority. Faith is the currency of heaven. And when you operate in faith, when you speak with authority, when you decree with confidence, you become magnetic to blessing. You attract favor. You draw resources. You pull opportunity toward you. You come from a bloodline of lack. I know that's hard to hear, but it's true. Poverty has been passed down in your family like an inheritance. Your parents struggled. Their parents struggled. Limitation has been the family normal. Barely getting by has been the standard. Working hard and staying broke has been the pattern. But generational curses end with generational warriors. And you are the cycle breaker. You are the one chosen to rewrite the story. You are the hinge on which your family's history turns. Your children will not know the struggle you've known. Your children's children will not inherit the limitations that were handed to you. The financial DNA of your lineage is being rewritten today. The poverty mentality that has been passed down for generations stops with you. The lack mindset that has governed your family ends here. What stopped with them starts with you. You are not continuing the pattern. You are demolishing it. You are not accepting the inheritance. You are rejecting it and creating a new one. You are the answer to the prayers your ancestors prayed but never saw manifested. You carry the breakthrough they believed for but didn't live to see. You are standing in the harvest of seeds they planted in faith even when they never saw the fruit. And today, you step into the fullness of what they interceded for. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than your bills. This is bigger than your bank account. This is generational shift. This is bloodline redemption. And you are the weapon heaven chose to break the cycle. Right now, there are angels assigned to your provision. They are moving on your behalf while you listen to these words. They are influencing decisions you don't even know about yet. They are shifting circumstances in the unseen realm that will manifest in your physical reality within days. Angels are in boardrooms where your name is being discussed. Angels are in banks where your applications are being reviewed. Angels are in businesses where decisions about your future are being made. They are making adjustments that will benefit you. Contracts are being rewritten in your favor. Opportunities are being created that have your name on them. Delays are being removed. What has been slow is now accelerating. What has been blocked is now opening. What has been denied is now being approved. What has been withheld is now being released. Speed does not mean chaos. It means alignment. When things start happening quickly, when doors open rapidly, when opportunities come back to back, it's not luck. It's not coincidence. It's divine orchestration. God doesn't rush, but He also doesn't delay. He moves in His timing, and His timing is always perfect. And when He moves with precision and power. Get ready for speed. Get ready for momentum. Get ready for things to happen faster than you expected. Get ready for doors to open that you didn't even knock on. Get ready for provision to come from places you didn't even apply to. Now, let me talk to you about something crucial. Something that will activate everything I've spoken over you. Giving. Generosity. Sowing. I know some of you just tensed up. I know some of you are thinking, here comes the offering pitch. But hear me clearly. Generosity is not a tax. It's not an obligation. It's not something you do to keep God happy. It's a seed. And every seed you plant has a voice. Every dollar you sow is a seed that cries out for multiplication. Givers never go broke. That's not just a catchy saying. It's not just something preachers say to get your money. It's a spiritual law as real as gravity. When you give, you don't lose. You invest. You activate the law of sowing and reaping. You position yourself for harvest. You open a door in the spirit realm that cannot be opened any other way. Money leaves your hand, but it never leaves your life. It goes out, and it comes back multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, running over. And I know you're thinking, but I don't have anything to give. I can barely pay my bills. How can I give when I'm struggling myself? That's a lie the enemy uses to keep you locked in poverty. You have something. You always have something. And when you give out of your lack, when you give when it doesn't make sense, when you sow when you can't afford to, you defy the spirit of poverty. You declare that you are not controlled by what you see. You are governed by what you believe. You announce that your source is not your job, not your bank account, not the economy, but Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides. So when God prompts you to give, don't hesitate. Don't calculate how much you have left. Don't negotiate with heaven. Obey. Because that seed is your access code to the next level. That offering is your key to the door you've been trying to open through effort. Right now, I'm speaking directly to your bank account. I command you to receive. I declare overflow where there has been drought. I decree that every stream of income connected to you will multiply. One stream will become 2. 2 will become 5. 5 will become 10. Business, hear this word. You will flourish. You will expand beyond your current capacity. You will attract clients, customers, and contracts that exceed expectation. Clients, I call you forth from the north. Come from the south. Come from the east. Come from the west. I summon you now to this business, to this ministry, to this vision. Come now. Opportunities that have been hidden, I command you to reveal yourselves. Step out of obscurity. Make yourselves known. Doors that have been locked, I decree that you swing open. Favor, fall like rain. Cover this person's life like a canopy. Provision, flow like a river. Let it rush in from expected and unexpected sources. Resources, come from places they've applied and places they haven't. Come from connections they know and connections they've never met. The heavens are open over your life. The windows of blessing are unlocked. The floodgates are lifted. And what flows from this day forward will astound you. It will exceed what you calculated. It will surpass what you expected. It will confuse your enemies who have watched you struggle. It will silence your critics who said you'd never make it. And it will glorify God who has been faithful even when you couldn't see what he was doing. The first sign may not be money. It may be peace. And peace is proof God has moved. When the anxiety lifts, when the fear fades, when you feel a calm you can't explain, that's your confirmation. When you stop checking your account in panic, when you stop waking up at 3 in the morning in worry, when you stop carrying that weight, that's the first sign. Breakthrough has begun. From today, you are no longer someone waiting for a miracle. You are someone miracles respond to.